227. Grand Eunuch Sanbao's voyages to the Western Seas. After Ming Qingzhu, Emperor Yongle, Zhu Di, seized the throne through force, one lingering issue troubled him: the fate of his deposed nephew, Emperor Jiangwen, Zhu Yunwen. After putting out the imperial palace fire, Jiangwen's body was never found. This led to widespread speculation. Some claimed that Jiangwen had not perished in the flames, but had escaped through a secret tunnel with a few trusted eunuchs. Even more fantastical rumors suggested that he had fled to distant lands or become a wandering Buddhist monk. These stories were detailed and convincing enough that they made Zhu Di deeply uneasy. Zhu Di feared that if Jiangwen were still alive, he could rally troops and launch a counterattack in the name of restoring the Ming throne. To confirm Jiangwen's death, he dispatched secret agents across China under the guise of seeking Taoist immortals. This search continued for more than 2 decades. Searching for Jiangwen overseas. Zhu Di also suspected that Jiangwen might have fled abroad. By that time, China's maritime trade and naval capabilities had already begun developing. Zhu Di saw an opportunity. He could send an expedition overseas, both to assert China's dominance, establish trade relations, and, most importantly, search for any trace of Jiangwen. Thus, he decided to dispatch a fleet to explore foreign lands. But who should lead it? Zhu Di needed someone he completely trusted, someone loyal, competent, and experienced. He chose his longtime confidant, the eunuch Admiral Zhang He. Who was Zhang He? Zhang He was originally born into a Muslim family in Yunnan, with the surname Ma and childhood name Sanbao. His grandfather and father were devout Muslims, and both had made pilgrimages to Mecca. From an early age, Zhang He heard stories of foreign lands from his father. After Yunnan was conquered by the Ming dynasty, Zhang He was captured, castrated, and sent to serve in the household of Zhu Di, then the Prince of Yan. He quickly proved to be highly intelligent and capable, earning Zhu Di's trust. Upon ascending the throne, Zhu Di personally gave him the name Zhang He. However, among the people, he remained widely known by his childhood name, Sanbao, which later became Sanbao Eunuch, or Zhang He's first voyage. In June 1405, Emperor Yongle officially appointed Zhang He as envoy to the Western Seas and commander of the expedition fleet. At that time, Western Seas did not refer to Europe, but rather to the seas west of the South China Sea, including the Indian Ocean and its coastal regions. Zhang He's fleet was an unprecedented naval force. 27,800 men, including soldiers, sailors, engineers, translators, and doctors. 62 massive treasure ships, each measuring 44 zhang, 138 meters, long and 18 zhang, 56 meters, wide, among the largest wooden ships ever built. Countless support vessels, including supply ships, warships, and patrol boats. The fleet departed from Lujiagang, near present-day Taicang, Jiangsu, passed through Fujian, and sailed southward. During this first voyage, Zhang He visited Kampa, southern Vietnam, Java, Palembang, Sumatra's southeastern coast, Indonesia, Sumatra, Malacca, Calicut, India's Kerala coast, and Ceylon, Sri Lanka. He carried immense treasures: gold, silver, silk, and porcelain. Upon arrival at each kingdom, he presented gifts and imperial letters from Emperor Yongle, emphasizing China's power and desire for friendly relations. Many rulers, seeing the massive fleet, were initially wary but soon realized Zhang He's visit was peaceful. They warmly welcomed him, and some even sent envoys back to China to strengthen diplomatic ties. This first voyage lasted nearly 3 years, with Zhang He returning to China in September 1407. Defeating the pirate Chen Zhui. Although Zhang He's expedition was mostly peaceful, his fleet encountered trouble on the return journey near Palembang. A notorious pirate, Chen Zhui, had established a stronghold on an island where he plundered merchant ships passing through the Malacca Strait. Upon hearing of Zhang He's treasure-laden fleet, Chen plotted an ambush. However, local informants secretly warned Zhang He. Knowing that he commanded a formidable military force, Zhang He decided to teach the pirates a lesson. He strategically positioned his fleet at the harbor, with soldiers armed and ready. Late at night, as Chen Zui's fleet of small pirate ships approached under cover of darkness, Zhang He fired a powerful cannon shot, a signal for his fleet to surround the pirates. Caught off guard, the pirates were overwhelmed. Zhang He's well-trained troops set the pirate ships ablaze, slaughtering or capturing most of them. Chen Zui himself was taken prisoner and later executed in China. A legacy of exploration. Upon returning to Nanjing, Zhang He presented foreign envoys and tribute gifts to Emperor Yongle, who was delighted with the success of the voyage. Eventually, Zhu Di became convinced that Jiang Wen was truly dead, ending his search efforts. However, the benefits of Zhang He's missions became clear. China's prestige grew, international trade flourished, and diplomatic relations expanded. Thus, Zhang He was sent on 6 more voyages over the next 28 years, traveling across the Indian Ocean and reaching as far as Africa. From 1405 to 1433, Zhang He led 7 great voyages, visited over 30 countries along the Indian Ocean, reached as far as Mogadishu, modern-day Somalia, Kenya, and the Arabian Peninsula. The end of the voyages. When Zhang He returned from his 6th voyage, 1424, Emperor Yongle passed away. His successor, Emperor Hongxi, Zhu Gaoqi, ruled for less than a year before dying in 1425. The new emperor, Xuande, Zhu Zhanji, was still a young child, and power was controlled by Grand Empress Dowager Su and senior ministers. The ministers believed that Zhang He's expeditions were too costly and halted further naval exploration. Zhang He's legacy. Zhang He's voyages showcased China's advanced naval capabilities. His fleet was unmatched in size and technology. China's diplomatic reach. Many countries formed friendly relations with the Ming Dynasty. Cultural and economic exchange, introducing foreign goods, ideas, and knowledge to China. Even today, in Southeast Asia, the Middle East, and Africa, legends of Sanbao Eunuch, Zhang He, continue to be passed down. 228. The catastrophic defeat at Tumu Fortress. During his reign, Ming Taizu, Zhu Yuanzhang, learned from history that eunuch interference in politics often led to chaos. To prevent this, he banned eunuchs from participating in state affairs and had this rule engraved on a large iron plaque, which he placed in the palace for his descendants to follow. However, this restriction was abolished by his son, Ming Qingzu, Emperor Yongle, Zhu Di. Zhu Di, having seized the throne from his nephew, distrusted the scholar officials and instead placed great trust in eunuchs. After moving the capital to Beijing, he established the Eastern Depot, a secret intelligence agency led by eunuchs to spy on officials and the public for any signs of treason. He also appointed eunuchs as military supervisors, further increasing their power. By the reign of Ming Xuanzong, Emperor Xuande, Zhu Zhanji, eunuchs had gained control over state documents, with one powerful agency, the Directorate of Ceremonial, even drafting and reviewing imperial edicts. The rise of the corrupt eunuch Wang Jin. During this time, a notorious eunuch named Wang Jin rose to power. Wang Jin was originally a local ruffian from Yu County, now in Hebei. He had received some formal education but failed multiple imperial exams. He later became a county school instructor but was caught committing a crime. To avoid exile, he castrated himself and joined the imperial court as a eunuch. Since few eunuchs were literate, Wang Jin, having basic literary skills, earned the nickname Scholar Wang. Emperor Xuanzong assigned Wang Jin to educate his son, Crown Prince Zhu Qizhen, the future Emperor Yingzong. Wang Jin ingratiated himself with the young prince, keeping him entertained with games and indulgences. The prince became extremely fond of him. When Xuanzong died in 1435, the 9-year-old Zhu Qizhen ascended the throne, becoming Emperor Yingzong. Wang Jin became the de facto ruler, wielding immense power. Wang Jin controlled access to the emperor, manipulated policies, and appointed and dismissed officials at will. High-ranking nobles and officials flattered him, calling him Honorable Father. Those who dared to oppose him were dismissed or exiled. The Wokou threat and Wang Jin's blunder. During this time, the Mongol Oirat Confederation in the north grew stronger under their leader, Yizhen. In 1449, Yizhen sent 3,000 envoys to Beijing to offer tribute and request gifts. However, Wang Jin discovered that the number of envoys was exaggerated and reduced their rewards. Yizhen also requested a marriage alliance, proposing that his son marry a Ming princess. Wang Jin refused outright, further offending Yizhen. Enraged, Yizhen mobilized his cavalry and launched an attack on Datong, a key northern city. When reports of Ming defeats reached Beijing, Emperor Yingzong held an emergency meeting. Wang Jin, fearing for his family's land in Yu County, insisted on leading a personal military campaign to stop the Mongols. Military officials, including Minister of War Quan Yi and Vice Minister Yu Qian, strongly opposed the idea, arguing that the Ming army was unprepared. However, the indecisive Emperor Yingzong blindly followed Wang Jin's advice. Ignoring all warnings, Wang Jin led the emperor and 50,000 troops on a reckless expedition. The catastrophe at Tumu Fortress. The Ming army set out from Beijing, marching toward Datong. However, the campaign was doomed from the start. The army was poorly organized and undisciplined. Heavy rainstorms made the march slow and exhausting. Food supplies quickly ran out, leaving soldiers cold, starving, and demoralized. Ming scouts reported mass casualties, with corpses littering the fields near Datong. Officers urged retreat, but Wang Jin ignored their pleas. Eventually, the Ming vanguard was completely wiped out near Datong. The remaining troops, terrified and disorganized, began to retreat. Realizing the disastrous situation, Wang Jin finally ordered a retreat, but instead of heading straight back to Beijing, he took a detour to his hometown, Yu County, hoping to show off his power. However, fearing that his lands might be looted, he changed his mind again, ordering another retreat. This constant backtracking delayed the withdrawal, giving Yizhen's Mongol cavalry time to catch up. The final stand at Tumu Fortress. The retreating Ming forces reached Tumu Fortress, now in Huailai, Hebei, by sunset. Some officials urged the emperor to press onto Huailai, a fortified city just 15 kilometers away. However, Wang Jin refused to move, insisting that they wait for his personal supply convoy of thousands of carts loaded with his wealth. Tumu was not a real fortress, it lacked defenses and, most critically, water sources. The only nearby river was already occupied by Yizhen's forces. The Ming soldiers, exhausted and dehydrated, desperately dug wells, but even after digging 6 meters deep, they found no water. At dawn, Yizhen's Mongol cavalry surrounded Tumu Fortress, cutting off all escape routes. Desperate, Emperor Yingzong attempted to negotiate for peace. Yizhen pretended to agree, buying time for his forces to tighten the encirclement. Believing the Mongols would spare them, the thirsty Ming troops rushed out of their defenses to look for water, only to be ambushed. Yizhen's cavalry charged in from all sides, swinging their curved sabers, shouting, "Surrender and you will not be killed." Panic ensued. Ming soldiers threw down their weapons and ran for their lives. Thousands were trampled or slaughtered in the chaos. Minister of War Quan Yi was killed in the battle. The execution of Wang Jin. As the battle raged, Emperor Yingzong and Wang Jin attempted to break through the encirclement but failed repeatedly. At this moment, one of Yingzong's loyal commanders, Fan Zhong, could no longer tolerate Wang Jin's incompetence. Enraged, he declared, "For the sake of the people, I will kill this treacherous scoundrel." He then smashed Wang Jin's skull with a massive iron hammer, killing him instantly. Fan Zhong then charged into the Mongol ranks, fighting fiercely before being killed in battle. The emperor's capture and the aftermath. Realizing that escape was impossible, Emperor Yingzong dismounted and sat cross-legged on the ground, waiting for his fate. Yizhen's Mongol warriors captured him alive, marking the first time in Chinese history that a reigning emperor was taken prisoner. This humiliating defeat, known as the Tumu Crisis, devastated the Ming dynasty. Over half of the 500,000-strong Ming army perished. The Mongols advanced toward Beijing, posing an immediate threat to the capital. With the emperor captured, the defense of Beijing fell to his younger brother, Prince Cheng, and the general Yu Qian, who now had to prepare for the Mongol invasion.